too hard to find a nice house by the sea.
Marmee can't find a house because she doesn't have any time to look for one.
We could look for her.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. Yes, in fact, we might even be able to get some people to help. Oh, Amy, that's a wonderful plan.
I'm sure it'll work. It's a real big town. Someone's bound to know about a place.
Mm-hmm.
Great. We're going to live by the sea, Beth. I just know we are.
Get up.
Bye. Have a good day. Esther, do you know where Aunt March is taking Joe in the carriage?
She said she wanted to take Joe for a brief stroll around town.
Why would she just take Joe into town?
Oh, well, I'm sure she had her reasons. She usually does.
Hey, Beth, do you realize that this is the first time Aunt March has been out of the house since we've been here?
Uh-huh.
Then take us by way of the harbor.
The harbor, yes, ma'am.
I've never been to the harbor before. It must be very exciting.
One time it was. My husband would return from the sea and I'd go there to meet him. But that was a very long time ago, Joe.
How wonderful. You must have been in love.
Come along.
It's nice down here.
Yes. In many ways, Joe, you remind me of your father.
Thanks, I take that as a compliment. Oh, look how pretty the ship is. Tell me, where did it come from?
That's the Beaux-Arts. It's a French merchant ship. I wish to speak to you about your father. I think the two of you are very much alike.
I suppose we are in some way.
In many ways you are. This is good. Let's sit here for a while.
All right.
I used to sit on this pier and talk with your father when he was just a college boy. Your father lived with us. I raised Frederick like my own son after your grandparents died. I lost my son John years ago. You see, Joe, John was your father's age, but got sick and passed away from typhus. So when your father came to live with me and my husband Michael, it was quite natural that we would come to love him just as if he were our own son.
Father often speaks of you and Uncle Michael in those terms. He loves you both very much.
Michael never liked your father's independent nature, and it broke his heart when Frederick moved to New York. Michael was so angry about that, he disowned Frederick. I don't think Michael ever truly forgave him before he passed away. Joe, do you see that row of old warehouses over there?
Yes, I see them. What are they for?
They're for storage. They belonged to my family for well over 70 years. My father built them. I inherited them. They've been renovated. It was my husband's job to manage our properties when he was still alive. He was good. I never knew anyone who could manage a business as well. Well, anyway, my lawyer manages all my financial matters these days. He says I'm worth a fortune.
He does? How much money does he say you're worth? Sorry.
Well, actually, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was how folks react to my money. It seems as though it's the only thing people are interested in. I thought your family was, too.
How could you think that? That's not true at all. We're only here because our house is destroyed.
I know that, and I'm sorry that I doubted you.
Oh, don't worry.
I owe all of you a big apology. My suspicions were misguided. I'm just a skeptic. I guess I got out of the habit of trusting. When you came to live with me, I wouldn't let myself see your goodness. You're all so brave and courageous. In spite of all that has happened, you still remain in good spirits. I envy that. I'm so ashamed. I've treated you all like outcasts.
No, Aunt Marge, you've been most kind.
No, I haven't, dear. I've been awful. There's no fool like an old fool. I've been confusing love and money. I'm finally beginning to see the truth.
But Aunt March, we all love you, and that will never cost you a single penny.
I know that. There's something else I think you should know. I always felt your father made the wrong choices. Secretly, I always hoped that Frederick would fail in his pursuits and eventually would have to come back and ask for my help. I'm sorry, Joe. My foolish pride blinded me to the truth. I'm aware of your courage. You have the courage that comes from Frederick, my son. He's proud of his fine, courageous family.
Yes, ma'am.
Molly, please.
No! Joe,
Yes?
do me a favor.
Yes?
The things we've discussed today should remain our private little secret. I hope you don't mind.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Good. I don't mean to imply that you would be indiscreet, of course. However, there are a few important financial matters I have to take care of, and the less we speak about what happened today, the better. I will tell you this much, my dear. Because of our enlightening talk, there will be some changes made regarding who controls the family purse strings.
Huh?
I'll not have David fiddling it away anymore.
Poor Aunt March. It must be awful not to be able to trust anyone.
Thomas, stop that right now. Let your sister go. It's her pencil. Give it to her. Please, children, stop it. Oh. Thomas, how dare you bite your sister? Thomas, stop hitting me. Stop it or I'll really give you something to cry about.
Oh my goodness, what is the trouble here?
Huh? Oh.
There you are, dear.
I appreciate this, Mrs. King.
How calm the children have become. There now, they're really good children, aren't they?
Yes.
Tell me, dear, what was all the fuss about anyway?
Well, nothing really. Thomas just wanted to practice writing with a pencil the same way Catherine does.
Well, let him use one. I don't see what difference it would make whether he writes with a pencil or not.
Paper's expensive, Mrs. King. Children who are learning to write the alphabet should do so with chalk and slate.
Nonsense. We're not so poor that we have to write on slates.
Of course not. How silly of me.
By the way, I read all about your house being burnt down last month. What a horrible thing to have to experience. You appear to be all right, though.